Look at the painting Circle Limit 4 by the artist M.C. Escher. Now close your eyes and conjure it in your memory. Does your mind's eye see the many white angels dancing about the dark heavens? Or do you see the many black demons, horned devils inhabiting the bright white space of hell? In this illusion by the artist M.C. Escher, both perspectives are equally possible. Perhaps this image reminds you of the ultimate transformation of good into evil, the metamorphosis of Lucifer into Satan. Lucifer, the light-bearer, was God's favorite angel until he challenged God's authority and was cast into hell along with his band of fallen angels. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven, boasts Satan, the adversary of God in Milton's Paradise Lost. At the demonic conference in hell, of all the major demons, Satan is assured that he cannot regain heaven in any direct confrontation. However, Satan's statesman, Beelzebub, comes up with the most evil of solutions in proposing to avenge themselves against God by corrupting God's greatest creation, humankind. Though Satan succeeds in tempting Adam and Eve to disobey God and be led into evil, God decrees that they will in time be saved. Lucifer's sin is what thinkers in the Middle Ages called cupiditas, which means avarice, greed, the strong desire for wealth or power over another, the desire to turn into oneself or take into oneself everything that is other than self. The sins that spring from that root are the most extreme sins of the wolf, the spiritual condition of having an inner black hole so deep within oneself that no amount of power or money can ever fill it. By making people focus only on oneself in this way, Satan and his followers turn their eyes away from the harmony of love that unites all living creatures. The sins of the wolf cause a human being to turn away from grace and to make self his only good, and also his prison. It is possible for angels to become devils, and, perhaps more difficult to conceive, for devils to become angels.
The scene of one of the most notorious experiments in the history of psychology.
There were a set of social psychological variables that can make ordinary people do things they never could imagine doing.
I decided that I would become the worst, most intimidating, cruel prison guard that I could possibly be.
Even though I had to strip and they would call me names, I still didn't feel at all like I was in the prison. I was just looking at it as a job.
And he said, I can't leave. And he's crying. And he says, I can't leave. I said, what do you mean you can't leave? He said, no, I have to go back because I don't want them to think that I'm a bad prisoner. And that's when I really flipped out. That in such a short time, a college student's thinking could become so distorted.
I began to feel that I was losing my identity until finally I wasn't Clay. I was 416. I was really my number, and 416 was going to have to decide what to do.
By the end of the 5th day, 4 prisoners had broken down and been released. The next day, Zimbardo ended the experiment.